I'm going to be doing my Omen Black review. And the Omen Black is a rod, for those that don't, if you guys don't know. I purchased, well actually let me start this off, back up a bit, alright? I got into the bait casting world 3-4 months ago, okay? Been a big spinning rod fan, and then my brothers got me into it, and then I started looking at rods and things like that and the benefits of a bait casting. Long story short, we had a 6.5 foot rod and it wasn't going to cut it, so for the things I wanted to do, and I wanted something that was a little beefier, a little longer, so I can cast bigger lures out a little farther, better control the fish as they're coming in, that type of stuff. So did a lot of research, did a lot of investigating into fishing poles, fishing rods, things like that. At one time I almost picked up the Shimano Crucial and the Shimano Kimura. Kimura being $250, $270 right on there, depending on what you want to get. Started doing a lot of research on the internet, looked at the Tackle Warehouse videos from iCast 2012, iCast 2013, things like that. Looked at a lot of forums where I didn't really want to spend more than $150, but if I can get a little bit more out of it, then I'll do it. So ended up going to a couple of guys that were saying that this is a comparable rod to some of the higher end rods that other companies might have. So I said, alright, let me give them a try. How much is it? Price point was cheap. Price point was $120 for this rod, this specific rod. This is the 7.5 or 7.6 medium heavy Omen Black. And just to give you guys a little quick idea of how it looks like. It looks like this. It's got the team logo on the back. It's got their slogan written around it. It says "Make your own luck." It's got a cork handle in the back. Cool looking design. It goes to the bear rod. Foam and cork right here. Cool little handle. I'll discuss this in a bit. It comes right up to your reel lock. I'll talk about the electrical tape in a bit. You got the lure holder right here. It's also got a logo on it. You have logos everywhere. Here's some of the specs on the rod for you guys that are really specific. Model, and it's J30 Japanese carbon fiber rod. Really what that means is it's just going to be more sensitive. That's all it means. Coming up front, you got the Evolve guides. These are some of the, I don't know much about guides. I'm not a rod builder, but a lot of people say these are awesome. And so far, I've actually dropped this rod too many times. I've banged on doors a lot of times, and there's been some times where I thought, yeah, definitely this little insert's gonna come out. Still hasn't come out, so that's pretty good. So you got the double reinforced rings on this side, and as you go to the front, it goes to the single. The singles look like this. There you go. All right, close up, and there's 11 guides all together, all the way to the top. And as you get to the top, it's got a metallic guide, and it's white instead of black. So, like the guides, don't like the guides, because the more higher quality, more metal you put in the guides, the heavier the rod's going to be. And this is not exactly the lightest rod out there. Okay, I've picked up some rods that are a lot lighter that I would put into this class as well. Another rod would be, say, the Falcon Boku. I think that's how you pronounce it, Bokus. 7.6, I picked it up and it was way lighter, way more balanced, okay? But on that one, just because it was light doesn't mean it's actually a really good rod, because I hated the seats on that rod, so I didn't pick up that one. Looked at this one, looked online, the seat design, it looked like this area of the rod right here was well thought out. That's all I would have to say. When I first opened up the box, that was the major thing for me. It kind of like just came into your mind saying, yeah, man, whoever put this rod together, they really thought it out. You know, it wasn't just, okay, make it look nice. It was more of like, okay, make it functional as well, and also make it attractive. So when I first picked it up, it was like, wow. Quality doesn't, a lot of people compare it to like a $300-400 rod. I wouldn't put it anywhere close to that. Let me just being honest, right? But for a $120 rod to be compared to like a $200 in terms of just quality, I would probably say it's a fair comparison, okay? But you're not going to compare this to like a Kamara or something like that, or some of the high end St. Crocs or things like that, okay? So, give you guys an update on quality, okay? Quality, everything has been pretty good so far. I've had the rod for a little over 3 months now. Been doing a lot of testing with it on at least 20-25 fishing trips so far. Okay, so yeah, so I fish a lot. And so far I've beaten it around a bit, and I do keep it in a glove, rod glove, or rod sock for some of those guys. And it does keep it a little cleaner, but I don't have a boat. I do transport it in my Honda Civic, and it sits next to the passenger seat, okay, so, and it reaches back into the back seats, and it's a one-piece, so a lot of the passengers actually don't want the rod in there. But anyways, kind of looking at it, looks like this. And the reason why I like this a lot, and I'm actually going to go back to the company and try to look at some other rods. I'm eyeing the 711, so I might get that one. But the reason why I like this a lot is because of this, is the grip. And the grip, in my opinion, for me, works really well because of the way I like to grip things. I know a lot of people have their own preferred grips, but the way I grip it is like this, okay? This retention tab here goes between my pinky and my ring finger. I hold my reels like this, okay? It goes over like this, okay? Like that. You might be left-handed, you might not be, but I hold it like this, okay? So what does that give me? That gives me one finger right on the rod, 2 fingers right on the rod. So I hold it like this. And you do pick up more vibration off the rod, and you do pick up more bites. You can sense them faster, I think. And the 3rd finger, index finger, is right on the rod as well. So I have a total of 3 fingers on the rod. A lot of the other rod seats don't allow you to do that, and that to me is a big deal. Especially if you're jigging, things like that, where you have to distinguish the difference between a rock, seaweed, or a bite. Like a really small, peck. You have to be able to pick that up, and that really is a big deal for me. So I really like that. Big deal, big deal. And as you can see, I have short arms. Okay, so that lines up very well right there. Okay, so that's me. Works perfect for me. If you're a big guy, this is probably going to be like right here for you. But for me, it's almost the elbow, and that's perfect. Oh yeah, the electrical tape. I bought the rod from Tackle Warehouse. It was shipped here very well. I don't think it was damaged during shipping. I think this is a quality control issue with a company, and that might be one of the problems with smaller companies. Is quality control is not as good, So you're not one of those ISO 9000 companies. But oh, I kind of already fell out already. This is the stuff that makes the rod look cheap, and this is what puts it at the $120 price point, in my opinion, okay? This white stuff here is not smooth. It's not even clear coated right here. This piece is clear coated, it seems, but this is not. So if you're going to do this, I'd rather you just not even put this in here. Give me the actual blank itself, and if you want to make it look cool, move this back here. So this section is white. I think that would attract more attention for you guys. Or paint it silver, or paint it like orange or something like that. Because I would prefer to not even have this barbed feeling, nice smooth feeling right here, a lot better. And going up, I found this problem as soon as I put the reel on. Okay, he already broke. This piece, yeah, this is supposed to be the top end of the reel seat. So this piece slides in and out. Broke. Didn't even fish it yet. Broke. And I thought it wasn't no big deal. You can always glue it back in. So as I put my reel in, and I cranked down on the retention here, this piece came loose like that. there wasn't enough glue here, or either there was. I mean, it looks like there's enough glue, but the glue is not bonding to this piece. Okay, so this is like, what the hell's going on? You know, it's just, guys, come on, it's just glue. Glue two materials together. But I'm not even gonna send it back because it's not worth the hassle. I'll just glue it myself with some epoxy or something like that. But if that was, you know, perfect, actually the rod looks pretty good, kind of like that, you know. But you know, that didn't work out. And then also, I don't know if you guys can see it, but the reel is sitting off, slightly off the rod, which is what everybody does nowadays anyways, where you're slightly higher end or mid-grade or higher, all these reel seats are off the rod so you can feel them better. Less inertia to move things around, I guess. But yep, that's pretty much the review for the rod. I really do love it. Pulling in big fish, controlling big fish has been really good. I'm not a big bass angler person, which I'm pretty sure a lot of the views are going to come from the bass anglers. And I'll give you some ideas though of the type of fish I've pulled. I've double rigged this with two jigs, two quarter-ounce jigs, and you know, there's just crappy quarter-ounce jigs. And I've pulled in two sand bass at the same time, good-sized sand bass, and they fight really well. I've pulled in gar, 55, 60-inch gars. Pulled two of those already. This thing is the shit, okay? Fish controls very well. I'll flash up some videos of me pulling fish during current, and yeah, you'll see that too. And overall, very impressed. Very impressed with the rod. Am I overly impressed? No. Am I gonna take this over another rod that I would say, you know, in the same price range? Yeah, definitely. For $130, I really can't see another rod really touching this one. This feels like more like a $170, $180 rod. That's just me, because I go to the bait shops all the time. I'm always playing with different rods. Kind of a comparison of what I've bought to what's there. This rod, like I said, I bought it as a all-around rod. Everything from sand bass, walleye, largemouth, smallmouth, striped bass. Mainly bought it because of striped bass, because striped bass, 10-pound double-digit striped bass is not uncommon. That's the whole reason why I bought it. And I paired it with a Daiwa T3 Ballistic 7-to-1 because I wanted it to cast long distances. Okay, but I wanted it in a compact package. That's the whole reason why everything's here the way it is. And yeah, really like it. Mates up very well to my arm. And I fished it one day already. It was an 8-hour day. Okay, 8-hour days, power fishing it, maximum cast all the time, reeling it as fast as I can on this little lure here, trying to catch sand bass on a kayak actually. And the rod performs very well. Very impressed with it. I don't think I'll ever replace it. I might even pick up another one if I have to, if I'm looking for another 7/6 rod. Very impressed with it. If this is pretty good like this already, I wouldn't mind even trying their Envy rods, which I might pick up an Envy rod just to review for everybody. But this is the rod for today. One of my best rods. Hey, if you watched this far already, I'm pretty sure you like what you've just seen, so please be sure to subscribe and check out our other videos. If you have any pictures you'd like to share with us, please post them up on our Facebook page or tag us on Instagram.